Let's talk a little bit about another quarterback who we watched for many a game and many a year here in New England, who says, well, I got some more games in my future, maybe just a little bit different than some of the games that he played in his past. Take a listen.
Hi, Tom Brady here. I'm very excited to unretire and come back and play in another incredible flag football game in Riyadh, March 21st, 2026 for Riyadh season. I'm here with my partner and friend, His Excellency.
We are very happy to
have
you in Riyadh.
And I'm ready for this.
Yes.
Let's go.
For sure.
Let's go.
The classic "let's go" to end it, of course. Look, I mean, this is a big deal to me, right? I mean, I know that this is flag football. It's obviously different than tackle football, but we hear so much from the NFL about, making this a global game. We see the emphasis on overseas games, the opener down in Brazil. There's obviously a number of games in Europe this season. So now for flag and this list of players that doesn't stop, with Tom Brady and Gronk, there's plenty of players on this list, right? I mean, you got CMC, you got Saquon, they're on the list, CeeDee Lamb, Maxx, Crosby, Sauce Gardner, Myles Garrett. I mean, look, there's a number of big names on this list that plan to play in March in this flag game. I think this is a big deal, AB.
It's a big deal because, like you said, anything that the NFL backs, it's going to thrive because they are so powerful. And you have to think the owners are really making this push for flag football as a whole, not just this league in Saudi Arabia, but for like young girls as well. And so the NFL is pushing that. Then, like you said, they're really pushing these global efforts. So we saw even earlier this year. And you have to imagine that if the NFL could just give Tom Brady a gold star, he would win because he's really capitalizing in all of those aspects for them. But yeah, it's definitely for entertainment as well. I don't really see those star-studded names going out and hitting like a full stride right in the game. But I do think that it'll be cool because it's going to be an Olympic sport, right? Coming up, which is just wild to think about. But what a fun way to kind of kick it off. And I definitely think Tom Brady was trying to get people there with that announcement. I'm coming out of retirement for the league. And then he kind of hesitated before he said flag football, but definitely would be interested to see. I don't know how all out those guys will go though.
Yeah. I mean, that's always a question, right? I mean, especially, a lot of the guys on that list are current players, so they're not going to want to go out there and hurt themselves in a flag football game in March. Let's be honest here. They want to be ready to go play the games in the fall and into the winter and hopefully into February that results in a Lombardi trophy. So you never know exactly what you're going to get. But at the same token, they'll want to have fun with it. They'll, rib back and forth and be somewhat of their competitive selves, I would say, AB. But look, this is just another way that this league is growing, and it is a powerhouse. There is zero way around that, and it's very much everything that the NFL touches seems to turn to gold. And flag football has done much of the same. I mean, it has grown so much. And I think there's a space for it, right? I mean, there's plenty of people who love football that don't want to go out and play tackle football. I mean, I can speak to this as a parent, right? Like there are so many, moms and dads that have said to me, I don't want my kid to play tackle football. I don't want them to be out there putting themselves at that point of risk. But yeah, can they go play flag? Sure. Like I already signed him up. I would love for, Joey or Jane to go play flag football. So it's a different way that the league can grow. And I think that this is a league that is always going to be looking at varied ways for growth.
I played on a all-girls flag football team in middle school in Indianapolis, Indiana. And it was awesome because I never had the opportunity to play football and I wasn't going to play it after that, right? And even my sister, Mallory, she loved it. Like she was even more into it than I was. And we killed those guys' teams. We had a star-studded team. We had a girl on our team that was a track star in the area. She would run so fast, her flag would just come off from not even being touched.
That's
okay.
awesome.
So like I have a great flag football experience, but I also would say to your point just about, parents too. My brother Henry grew up in a football house, watched his dad play many years, at quarterback at a position where you get hit. And my parents, made him play flag football for a significant time before he was allowed to play tackle. Like it is a real thing, but you're able to still gain skills and still learn the game through it. So I do think it's an awesome opportunity, especially for girls that do love the sport and are good at it. I've seen some highlight clips on the TV before of the teams that are out there. There are some ballers out there. So definitely Tom Brady is helping this push for the NFL globally for flag football. I mean, too, he said that he went to these owners before and like, hey, can I have, X player come with me and join this flag football team? And, you list the star-studded names. What's the owner going to say? No. Like, I'm not going to send my guy with that group, right? You got Kevin Hart hosting. Like, this is going to be a very entertaining event. I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. If you need a couple of us to come and help with the coverage, I'm signed up. AB, are you ready to go? Like, let's do it.
It's a long flight, but like, we could do it. We could do it, Jade. We could do it. Maybe they want me for my flag football days. I was a center. I wasn't like cool enough to play quarterback or wide receiver. My sister.
Wait, you were the center? Wait. You were the center? We have to pause on that.
We traded off, but like my sister was really good at throwing the football and I was like, okay. So I was the center. So, I got to go out for some passes. You can't just stay. There's no blocking in flag football. So like I had to go out for a pass. But,
you have to.
If they need me,
you're like the tight end.
I
center
am.
turned
I
tight
was.
end.
I was
That's what
center
happens.
and tight end. Yeah. I'm past it. I'm okay.
Flag football glory days for Annabelle Hasselbeck right there. I love it. See, like thanks to Tom Brady, we get to share stories like this one. Just get ready. Just get ready for March. Thankfully, there's also a lot of football to talk about between now and then.